Hi everyone, I'm Stacy, the 911 Stitcher. Welcome to my channel about cross stitch and crafting. Today is Tuesday, January 30th, 2024. This is video 119. Welcome back everybody. Hello to my new subscribers. My videos are always about cross stitching. Sometimes I talk about crochet, sometimes knitting, sometimes sewing, quilting, anything with thread, fabric, you name it. I love it. So today we're going to talk about cross stitching, and stay tuned because I'm going to show you a couple pictures of a crochet blanket that blew me away. Now, if you don't do crochet, you're still going to want to see this because this is so cool. But today we're going to talk about some cross stitch first, and I'll fill you in on things that have been going on, show you what I've been working on, some future plans, and talk to you about a few websites that I found and couple stitch challenges that I'm a part of. So let's start talking about some cross stitching news and news in my life. Everything's going great. Everything, gosh, there's not a lot to tell you about actually. I am getting ready to leave for Myrtle Beach, South Carolina tomorrow. My husband's coming with me. I will be going to a cross stitching retreat. He's going to go golf. So I'm really excited to see friends that are there, and the retreat actually starts Friday morning. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then we'll be back Sunday night. So it's going to be a great time with friends. It's going to be a great, it's one of my favorite cross stitch retreats hosted by Barefoot Needle Arts. There's a shop in Surfside in South Carolina called Barefoot Needle Arts, and they're hosting it. It's a blast. And I encourage you to stop by their shop if you're ever in the area of Myrtle Beach. And I can't wait. Super excited about that. So we're going to leave tomorrow, and it's going to be, it's the kind of retreat that I really enjoy, where we get lots of stitch time. We get a lot of time to socialize. We get to go to other tables. We do not have a guest speaker or a guest designer, I guess I should say. And I almost like that better because we get more time to go around the room and visit and see what other people are working on and get new ideas, meet new people. I just love this retreat. It is truly one of my favorites. Okay, before I begin, let me say a huge thank you for the Buy Me a Coffees. There is a link down in my notes down below. It always goes back to you guys, as do the little bit of money that comes in from the commercials that you see at the beginning of the videos. We always go back to you guys. I was able to buy more fabric, more thread, more charts. I love doing giveaways for you guys. I love mailing them to you, and it's just like Christmas all year round. So thank you so much for the donations to the Buy Me a Coffee. Okay, let's talk about things I've been working on. I mentioned in my last video that I did have some goals for the new year. I'm very happy to say I've completed so far a couple of them, and I'm going to stay on that route of doing different, goals that I kind of set for myself. I've gotten 2 finishes that I'm going to show in this video. I'm kind of challenging myself along with a couple other friends to do 24 finishes for 2024. Now, me and my girlfriends had said, do you want to do ornaments? Do you want to just say finishes for 2024? So we stuck with finishes. But in my personal challenge, it's going to be smalls. They're going to be new ornaments. They're going to be new, smaller type of things for my mini tree, things I can display. 24 finishes, 24 ornaments for 2024. I'm happy to say I've already got 2 of them done. I'll show you in just a few minutes. So I've got that goal going. 2 of them are done. I did finish. One of them happens to be a kit. If you see my shelf over here, I've got, of course, charts. Down below, I've got lots and lots of kitted up charts. Now, some of them may just be a PDF that I ordered, got some thread and some fabric, put it in a little Amazon bag and put it on the shelf. So it's kitted, ready to go. And I'm happy to say one of them was a kit that I finished. So I've got that off my shelf. I have been busy winding bobbins. I don't think I have any here, but my goal is to put all of my DMC thread on bobbins. I spend too much time, when I get ready to put a project together, I spend too much time, we're talking hours, it's almost ridiculous, looking for DMC thread. I've got a stack right here on my desk. I've got more in my drawers. I look everywhere and I'm not organized when it comes to it. This is good for me. I take thread with me in my purse. When I go to a doctor appointment, I'll sit there in the waiting room and I'll just wind my bobbins, and then I put them all together in a case that I got off Amazon. I really like this case. I think it's a fingernail polish case. It's double-sided. So see, you can tell already I've got some of the bobbins in order by number. So you can see the number. And it's really nice because it locks. So I don't have to worry if it goes and moves or it's not going to open. It stays in the order that I put it. So this makes it easy for me to just pop it open. I've got all my 700 threads right here. And then on the other side, it's a two-sided thing. So here's the top for, you know, for this side. I flip it over and here's the top for this side. I really like this. And like I said, I'm going to be more organized. I can be able to just go up and go, oh, I do have 781. Flip it over and I do have 3843. And that way it saves me time. Now, a lot of people say, well, you know, you waste time doing, you know, putting them on bobbins. I don't look at it that way because I'm wasting time sitting in a doctor's office for 45 minutes while I'm waiting to be called. I'll wind my bobbins in the lobby. And now I've got a whole Ziploc full of baggies that I can just put in order. So I'm basically doing it during times that I'm not going to stitch, I guess I could say. The other day I had a back surgeon appointment or a neck surgeon appointment, and I had to wait like 50 minutes. So I wound some bobbins and it gave me something to do. So that's getting started. I'm happy with those cases. I'll put the link to that case down in the notes below. It is a fingernail polish, so they're a little taller. And I like that because I don't want them falling out into the next little cubby thing. So I started the containers. That, like I said, is I've already been able to find thread a lot easier. Let's see, what else can we talk about cross-stitching news? Market. March is coming, and as we know, it's Needlework Marketplace. Now, that's something for designers and shops. That goes on, I believe, is that in Tennessee? I think it's in Tennessee. It's like it's held in a hotel, lots of new fabrics, thread, colors, new charts. When March comes, I'll start showing some of the new releases. There are some new releases out, but I don't want to show them until market has started. And you can see some of them in my Facebook group. And before I forget, I wanted to mention my Facebook group. It is currently closed. If you'd like to join, you're more than welcome to send me an email. That gives me a heads up that you're going to be joining because there is so many spam accounts going on. I've been able to catch a lot of them. Just send me an email and I'll post my email here. If you're interested in joining, my Facebook group is Stitching Space number 911. And it's all cross stitch. There's crochet in there. There's punch needle. Someone actually posted a diamond painting that they did off of a cross stitch pattern not too long ago. Well, that was kind of fun to see because that is a cross stitch pattern. Anyway, the group is fun. It's only stitching. We don't have weather conditions. We don't have news. We don't have politics. It's strictly a crafting, stitching, cross stitching group. Stitching 911 on Facebook. But in order to get in, you got to email me. We're going to have more stitch challenges. In fact, if I have time today, I'm going to post a stitch challenge. We have a lot of fun because I do some giveaways for those who participate in the stitch challenges. They're fun and easy. They're not hard. There's no pressure. It just kind of gives you that little kick to get a project finished. It's a lot of fun. So we will be doing more stitch challenges in the Stitching 911 Facebook group. Okay, before I forget, let me show something that a lot of people have been writing to me about. Now I showed this back around Halloween time. Lots and lots of you have asked me about this. This is Let's Go Trick or Treating by Bobby G Designs. It has been one of my favorite finishes that I ever did. I was brand new to cross stitch. When I returned to cross stitch, I had to laugh. I went for Heaven and Earth designs, which you know are massive full coverage projects. I chose those, and of course I chose black, black fabric. Now this is an out of print chart. It's hard to find. I've had lots of people recently write to me and ask me, where can I find this chart? I don't know. It's out of print. I went looking for her email, Bobby G Designs email. I couldn't find it. If anybody has it, put it in the notes below for other people. But a lot of you guys would love to see this chart come back, and I would love to see it come back for you. I no longer own the chart. It's long gone. I had someone ask me a few days ago if they could have my chart. That was gone back oh my gosh, that was gone a long time ago. So I don't have it anymore. And like I said, I don't know where to find it. I did see it on 123stitch not long ago. So I don't know if it comes out seasonally or she brings it back. But if anybody has an email to Bobby G Designs, if you want to put it down below for other people, lots of you have been looking for this. It was mounted on, this is like metal. And anyway, this has been real popular. But again, I don't know where to find it right now. And I was not able to find a Bobby G Designs shop. So I know 123stitch has the designs. Lots of stores have the designs. I just don't know where to contact someone to let them know, hey, everybody really loves this chart. Let's Go Trick or Treating by Bobby G Designs. Okay, let's talk about some stitch challenges that I've been doing. I did decide to do, if you are a viewer of Sheri, Colorado Cross Stitcher, you know she has a challenge every February called Winter Stitch Camp. And she also has challenges, 3 months of challenges in the summertime, summer camp. Now in February, she is starting the Winter Cross Stitch Camp, starts February 1st. If I said January, I meant February. She's starting at February 1st, and the object is to start something with an animal on it. And I thought that was such a fun challenge. I went through a lot of my charts, found one that had an animal, and the object is to start it on February 1st or whenever you want to start in February. But if you can finish that brand new start by the end of the month, she enters you to win some giveaways. And it's actually really fun. Check out Colorado Cross Stitcher's last video and Sheri will explain it to you. So something with an animal. I had a couple possibilities. I had this one, I thought, and I had to keep it small enough for me to do within the month, to finish within the month. This one was a little more stitching than I think I wanted. Stacy Nash Primitives Rose Cottage Sampler Pin Keep. And if you look here, there's the cutest little, I think they're dogs. So there's an animal in this one. That was a possibility. And here's the name, Rose Cottage by Stacy Nash. So that was a possibility. This one was way too big. I always go big. I don't know why, but Santa Stops Here. This is by Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread. This one had a reindeer, some reindeer. Obviously that is way too big for a month challenge. The house alone would take me forever. It's actually really not that bad. How big is it? Does it say? It's probably inside. I don't see it right now, but anyway, that's beautiful. This was kind of hard for me to find. I finally found it at Barefoot Needle Art. So that was a possibility. Here's one that everybody seemed to love when I showed it. Now, as you guys know, I mentioned before, I do not stitch gnomes. I don't like gnomes. I'm just not a gnome person. But like I said in the video, a couple videos back, I will stitch a dead gnome. And I love him. I love that he's a little skeleton dead gnome. And I think this is such a great chart. Now, she did say we could stitch something with a bird. So there's the bird. And this one's called Don't Eat the Berries by Lola Crow Cross Stitch Designs on, I believe, is it Etsy? Yeah, it's on Etsy. Lola Crow. But anyway, I will stitch a dead gnome. Isn't he cute? I like that. I really love the mushrooms, everything about this. I think it's so cute. So I had that out as a possibility. I received this from Dutch Treat Designs during one of the retreats that I went to at the Attic Needlework. More retreats that are my favorite. I love the Attic Needlework. So anyway, Claudia from Dutch Treat Designs gave us the Red Bunny Sampler. This was a possibility. See the bunny up top? So it's got an animal in this one. I don't think this is out yet. It may come out maybe later. You could always ask Claudia. This is her information. But Dutch Treat Design, she has a Facebook group. She's so knowledgeable on Bristol samplers. So anyway, this was a possibility. I love the all red, monochromatic red. And so that was a possibility. But I did make a decision and I chose this one here. And the Little Bunny by Crochet a Go-Go. And I'm going to be doing that one starting on February 1st. Actually, I had two more. The Elephant. This is by Ada. Let's see, it's called Ada Violet Elephant by Crow's Feet Stitching on Etsy, another monochromatic. And the other one that I did choose was by Serenita di Campagna. It's on 123 Stitches where I got it. And it's the Santa Claus and Friends shown here. So see, those were my possibilities. All of them had an animal in it. But again, I did choose the little bunny shown here by Crochet A Go-Go. So I'll be starting that on February 1st. Okay, let's talk about a new floss tuber. I love watching new YouTubers, floss tubers. Brandy is in Arkansas, and she is a Frayed stitch. I'll show her here. I really enjoyed her new video. Now, when you are a new floss tuber, a new YouTuber, and you're doing that first video, it's nerve-wracking. You know you're going to upload this to a lot of people, and it's scary. And I think she did such a great job. Her name is Brandy, and she's going to be stitching. Actually, I think she messaged or she commented on my comment that she did start a lady, and it's called Lady and the Unicorn. Go back and watch her first video and wait till you see this masterpiece that she's going to start. It's amazing. You know what I like so much is she showed a lot of charts that you don't see every day and that are just different. I really like that. So go check out Brandy. She is a Frayed stitch, F-R-A-Y-E-D. And the other thing she said that made me laugh, I literally laughed out loud. She said with all of these projects she wants to start, she needs octopus arms in order to do more projects at the same time. And I told her when I commented, I said, I want octopus arms too. I loved it. So go check her out. She's a lot of fun. Okay, next, let's talk about a new project that I want to start. I'm in a Facebook group. I'm going to show it here. It's called iStitch Designs Band Sampler Stitch-Alongs. I happened to see this a couple years ago. I put together a little, not really a retreat, just a stitching weekend with friends. We had so much fun. We went to the attic. I had it in Phoenix, something I'm definitely thinking about doing again. And someone there was working on a band sampler. Now, if you're new to my channel and you're not sure what a band sampler is, I'll show you what some banding looks like. I'm going to show you a picture here of the turquoise, what's it called? Oh, here it is. Turquoise band sampler stitch along that's going on in the group that I just showed you. Now, this group every year does a year-long stitch along where you're given little pieces of cross stitch graph and you stitch it, and then the next week you get another one and you stitch that. Next Friday comes, you get another part of the thing. So at the end of the year, you've got a band sampler. Now I've got some banding here. This is basically, comes in linen or Aida, and it's long, 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 long. Look at how long this is. Like you can't even see the whole thing in the thing. And you're like, what the heck would you do with that? Well, if you're new to my channel and you're not, maybe you're new to cross stitch, what you do is you take the design that they give you. I don't want to show the graph. I'm going to show you the picture again. Okay, so see how the banding is going down, and there's the pretty turquoise design on the actual banding. So same thing here. This is where you would start, and you center it and you work your way down. So every Friday you're given a little bit more, and by the end of the year, you've got this beautiful, gorgeous band sampler. And a lot of times it has alphabet, it's got motifs, as you can see in that turquoise picture that I showed you. But either way, it's just something you do every week, just something fun. And the more you do it, you start realizing, holy moly, this is like long. This looks amazing. And you've got this gorgeous, gorgeous band sampler. So I decided to do it, the turquoise band sampler. But my thinking was this one didn't fit. My thinking was, where the heck do I get this? And I don't even know where to begin on this. So what I did is I went into that Facebook group and I sent Carol a message. Carol was so sweet. She explained everything. She said it started on January 5th. You can start at any time. It's 30 weeks. Stitch along. Charts are sent out every Friday. $30, and you are going to have yourself this beautiful display. She said it doesn't even have to be stitched on banding. It can be stitched on anything. So long story short, I decided to do it. I pulled out some threads. She suggested DMC 807 or Alversois silk, and I don't remember the color, but these are the pretty turquoise. So this is the 807 that you just saw. Is this the, yeah, 807 is in the middle. But I thought, wouldn't variegation be pretty? That might be pretty. I've seen some people doing the variegation. I've seen some people do solid. I've seen some people do darker. And I've seen some people change the whole color altogether and do something like this and do a red. You could do whatever colors you want, but this is the color that she showed in that picture that I showed just a few minutes ago. But wouldn't variegation be pretty? This is one that I've always thought of, the Delft blue. You know, the Delft colors in the Netherlands, the Delft pottery. I think that is just so beautiful. I think I've never stitched with this one. I've stitched with variegated red. I think it's 115. I do a lot of stitching with that. But either way, I thought, oh, that's going to be so pretty. So my next question, so Carol emailed me back and she sent me all the information. The other question I had was, where the heck do I get banding? Like, I know nothing about banding. Well, she gave me information on that too, and I discovered a pretty awesome website. Now I'm going to show you the name. It is in the Netherlands. It's a Dutch website. However, I think her name is Marika. She speaks perfect English and she writes in English. So if any of you don't speak, if many of you, of course, don't speak Dutch, she's there for you. She will help you. She answered all my questions. She made it easy. I don't know how long to order banding. Even though Carol told me, I found some banding I really like. I'm going to show a picture here. See the eyelets on either side? The eyelets are so pretty. But what I didn't realize, so I was getting ready to order, and she said, Carol had specifically said it needs to be a certain width. This is how big the design is. Well, if I've got the eyelets on the side, I wasn't sure how big to order it. And when I sent, so I ended up sending an email to Marika. I'm saying her name wrong. She wrote to me and said, here's what you need. You need 100 millimeters wide. I think she said 100 centimeters in length. She already knew about the Facebook group. She knew exactly what I needed. All I had to do was pick out which one I wanted. I just did a screenshot of the banding with the eyelets and sent it to her. She says, I'll send you a PayPal invoice. Easy as can be, super easy. So I'm going to show you the name of her website here. Again, she speaks and writes excellent English. You can choose different colors of banding. She has linen, she has double-sided tape. She's got these cute little wooden mini rolling pins. They're adorable. Bows, buttons, pins, fabric. Check out her website though, because it's pretty awesome. And if you have any questions, like I say, you can go to the very top and click English. It'll say Dutch. Go to the very top, you'll see the little Dutch flag, click it, and it'll switch to English. Super easy website. So if you're ever looking for banding, or if you're ever looking for buttons and bows and pins, check her out. She's awesome. So I did decide to do the turquoise band sampler. I think it's going to be fun. Of course, I'm starting a little bit behind, but who cares? You don't, with stitch-alongs, you don't have to, you can start when you want. Okay, crochet. Let's talk about a blanket that blew me away. I happened to be scrolling through a Facebook group. I believe it was We Love Crochet that I'm on. Beautiful crochet stuff, blankets and hats and baby gifts and tons of crochet. It's a great, great group. And I'll put it down below. I think it was called We Love Crochet, if I'm not mistaken. I'll put a picture of it here. But anyway, I happened to be scrolling Facebook and I saw Jessica had posted some pictures of her brand new granny square blanket. Now, what blew me away about this blanket? It is a book blanket. And you're like, okay, wait, what do you mean a book blanket? Oh my God, it blew me away. So Jessica took every book that she read in 2023 and she did a granny square for the cover of each book. So say, for instance, I'll just pretend that this is a book. Just pretend this is a book. She took blue, red, yellow, brown, and she made a granny square in the colors of the book that she had read. So it turns out she read 80 books last year, and so she did 80 granny squares. And again, all of the squares are based on the book covers that she read throughout the year, all the colors. Here's what it looks like. Now I'm going to show them back and forth. So you take a look at the books that she read. Here's the books here. Look at the colors, like pick a corner, pick a couple books. And now look at the blanket. Can you see the colors of the books match the granny square of the blanket? I'm going to show the books again. This is just so amazing. I could not put them together in one picture because it was so small, you wouldn't see the colors. I wanted to show them separately. So I'm going to flip-flop the books and the blanket together. I mean, seriously, this just blew me away how each book cover, the colors are the granny square. So awesome. So anyway, Jessica decided to put together a Facebook group called Book Blankets. I'm going to show that here. And she's also on Instagram. If you'd like to follow Jessica, she's Puzzled by Plants. I love that name. I love it. So my thinking, and I was talking to Jessica last night because she gave me permission to show her pictures. And I was talking to her last night and she said she wanted people to read more, like she wanted to be able to feel like she read a little bit, reads more. That's exactly my problem. I always set a goal for myself in Goodreads, the app that that everybody uses. Well, not everybody, but that you use for book reading. I use Goodreads. I set myself a challenge of 25 books every year, and every year I fall short. This year, I think I only read 20 out of the 25 book goal. So I told Jessica, I really think that this is going to get me to read more. And I may not start until I finish my Big Bang Theory crocheted blanket that I've showed you guys before. I'll show you a picture of what I'm working on. If you're not familiar with it, it's the blanket that's on the back of Amy's couch in the Big Bang Theory. I'm not copying it exactly, just something similar. When I finish that, I'd like to do a book blanket. Maybe I'll even do all of my favorite books. Even dating back to childhood, I have all of Judy Blume's. Do you remember Judy Blume with Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, and all of the great books that she wrote? I have all of them. Maybe I'll do a collage of granny squares based on all my favorite books and put them together and base it, per color of the cover of the book. And I think that would also use a lot of my scrap yarn. I've got a closet here full of scrap yarn, and I think it's brilliant. So anyway, I wanted to tell you guys about Jessica. She is Puzzled by Plants on Instagram and her Facebook group, Book Blankets. Amazing. But I really think it's going to make me crochet more, finish my projects, and read more books this year. Jessica just did her first cross-stitch project as well. She said she based it off of a quote from her favorite movie, It's a Wonderful Life. So let's hope Jessica keeps cross-stitching as well. Let's keep an eye on her Instagram and see what she's working on. Okay, let's talk about things I've been working on. Now, I do have a finish. I have some Valentine finishes I'm going to show in the next video. But this video, I want to show my blessing sampler. I set a goal this year that I was going to go ahead and finish a blessing sampler. If you're new to my channel and you're not sure what a blessing sampler is, it's any cross-stitch sampler that you start January 1st. If you can finish it by the 31st of January, it's said to bring you good luck and good fortune throughout the whole year. You can pick any sampler you want. So here's what I chose. I chose Mary Catherine Harris, 1873 by Erna Hiscock. I will put Erna's email down below because that's how you order the chart. But how cute is this little sampler? Samplers sometimes consist of alphabet. If you're unfamiliar with samplers, sometimes they have alphabet, sometimes they have numbers, little motifs that you can stitch, biblical verses, regular verses. Sometimes there's a border, and that's just a very simple little border running around the edge. And then sometimes it's got someone's name, and this is the little girl that happened to stitch it. Does it give an age? 13 years old. She was 13. So anyway, that's what I chose to stitch for my blessing sampler, and I got it done. Another goal complete. I'm so thrilled. this is her. Here she is. She is on a beautiful fabric, 46 count Weens Beans by Needle Bling Designs. I stitched her with black Splendor silk. In fact, I'll show you guys what Splendor silk looks like this. I probably got it off 1-2-3 Stitch or off of a cross stitch shop. But anyway, this is what the fabric looks like. This is the thread, and that's my finish. I just love her. Here's the over one right here. She abbreviated her name Catherine. The last part of Catherine is over one. And then right here for October, there's a little thing. She abbreviated October with an R up there above that name, or above October. There's a little tiny R. And let me put the light a little bit more. So you can see it a little bit better, the over one stitching. Very, very little teeny tiny stitches right there. 46 count Weens Beans by Needle Bling Designs is the fabric. And I just love this. I did fill in the zebra. I filled it in with an off-white. I didn't want a bright, bright white. I don't remember what I used. Yeah, I don't have it here. But anyway, that's my Blessing Sampler finish for 2024. I think it came out so pretty. I enjoyed this. Now I started worrying that maybe I wouldn't get it done. Are you gonna have bad luck if you don't finish your sampler? Come on, no, you're not, of course not. But it's just something fun. It's a little bit of a challenge to get it done in a year. And you know what? If it does bring a little bit of good luck, then great. So this has just been a lot of fun. This is one of my projects I was a little sad to see finished because I enjoyed every stitch of it. I really, really did. And like I said, I did decide to fill in the zebra. Some people leave him the white off and just don't fill in, which looks great too, but I did decide to fill him in. I like him filled in like that. So Mary Catherine Harris, 1873 by Erna Hiscock. My next finish is by Needle Bling Designs. I got this as a kit and it's called Off to Market. Very, very cute. Now, as you know, I have a goal of 24 ornaments or 24 finishes for 2024. This will be number 2, so this is finished. And here he is. I think he came out really cute. I made some changes. The kit that I had, I wasn't overly crazy about. It didn't have full DMC skeins. It only had a few strands, and I ran out of strands. I ran out of the color for the tree, which was 434, I believe. And I just decided I wanted him more of a square ornament instead of a long rectangle pillow like that. I think I'm going to have him more square. And I think he's super cute. I really like him. But, you know, the tree is hard to see. There's some pretty colors in the tree, autumn colors. There's a crow on the pumpkin. And I just called it finished. Now, what I'm going to do when I actually finish him is probably make him into a little pillow because I do have the backing fabric. The backing fabric came with the kit. So the backing fabric for the back of the pillow looks like this. That's really cute. And I'm also going to put, to kind of maybe make him a little more symmetrical, I did pull out some buttons, but I'd like to find like a flying crow or like a sun to put on the top right. So see, I have some buttons. When I make the pillow, I've got some buttons, but I'd really like, and then of course I've got black and, oh, it's hard to show you guys with, I've got black and, there we go, I'll just show you like this, black and orange that I could put on a safety pin and put it up there. But my thinking is, why would I want a flying pumpkin in the air? When I make the little pillow and I make him straight, you know, like this, I'd really like a sun button. Just pretend this is a sun up here, and then just make him, like I said, into a straight little pillow with this as the backing fabric. I think that backing fabric is just perfect. So that's my thinking on finishing him. I just wanted him square. I didn't want the big long pillow like shown with the two trees. So like I said, I did run out of thread in the kit, but I could have run upstairs and grabbed more. I just didn't want a big long pillow. So this is my finish. This is finish number 2, or it'll be ornament number 2 for 2024. Okay, let's talk about a few things that I've been working on. I started to tell you when I was working on the zebra sampler, I wasn't sure I was going to be able to get it done at the end of the year because my hands were hurting so bad. I have surgery coming up in March, a double surgery, and then one at the end of the year. And hopefully this year will get rid of some of the pain that I'm having and some of the feeling that's gone in the hand. So I really struggled with that zebra sampler, and I struggled with her. She is so beautiful. She's one of my favorites. I'm going to work on her more, but I really have to take a lot of breaks, and it's very hard on my hands. This is the name of the company right here, and this is the name of the chart above, and she is just adorable. So what I did, I started her hair. You can see, let me see if I can put this here. You can see the little chipmunk. Here's her hand. Here's the chipmunk, her hand. And now I'm working up into her hair, and I did a little bit more on the gray. Now, you might not see this very well, but it's going to be surrounded by color, so eventually that's going to pop out. But I did do a little bit more here, a little bit more up in the hair. And like I said, you can see a hand and the chipmunk. And this fabric is gorgeous. It's 32 count, but I don't remember the name of it. And I am using DMC. Next, I've been working on a favorite, Watermelon Tourmaline by Carolyn Manning. This is so much fun. I'm going to actually bring this to the retreat because it's easy to work on when you're distracted, because it's all fill-in. If you really look at the design, it's all triangles and squares, and you just fill in the color, and it eventually starts building this gorgeous picture. So this is my progress. I did more over here on this side, and I think she's just going to be amazingly gorgeous when she's finished. It has just been so much fun, and again, it is all filled in. The whole thing, even this white, is filled in. It is full coverage. And again, it's going to look so beautiful when I get done. Oh my gosh, that's just going to be so pretty. So I think I'm going to take this to the retreat with me and work on it some more and, you know, get some more progress on it. These colors are just gorgeous. This is DMC, and I'm using some Seraphim fabric. The fabric doesn't matter because it is full coverage. You're not going to see it. But I didn't want to do a bright white, because you might see a little on the outskirts of the watermelon, and I didn't want it to be like super white. So I think I did off-white, or like an antique white. Okay, the next one I've been working on is One Nation. This is so much fun. It's by Bygone Stitches, and if you look close, you can see the names of the states in the stripes of the flag. So I worked a little bit more. I did get some good progress on this. And this is my progress. The fabric, let's see, let me flip the page here. The fabric is called Mermaids Firewood by Dames of the Needle. I wanted it to be a vintagey looking flag. I wanted it to be, you know, like an older, crusty kind of looking flag. So I think it's perfect. I think this fabric is, look at that, so pretty. Those stars, the stars really shine. And that's exactly what I was going for. If you look at the blue, it is mottled. Let's see if it shows a little bit. It goes from light to dark, and same with the red. The red is going to be variegated also. Can't see a lot of it, but it is variegated. So what I'm using is B5200. I wanted a bright white. I'm using Wavy Navy by Classic Colorworks, blue, and the red is Tulip by Belsois Silk. So that's my progress, and it's going to be a long one. It's going to be a long stitch. You know, it's going to take me quite some time, but I am really enjoying that a lot. I did work on my Luca S kit, but I'll show you that next time. That one really gave me problems with my hands, so I didn't get much done on that one. Okay, let's talk about a couple charts that I got. I am loving the Cottage Garden Samplings House series. So I ended up getting house number 1, which is called Santa's House. I just love that. I think that's so beautiful. And then I also got house number 2, which is the castle. I've seen people start this. I'm going to go a little darker on fabric so that white really pops, but this is again Cottage Garden Samplings House 1 and House 2 in the House series. Okay, the other thing I printed off of my CD that I bought off of Amazon, it is called Antique Needlework. I'll show a picture of it here. It has hundreds and hundreds of antique samplers on this CD. And I happened to see one that I just loved and I printed it. It's called the 1816 Edsina Pieters Sampler. It's a Dutch sampler. It's gorgeous. I printed that because when I finish my Groningen sampler, I'd like to start this one. I think it's so pretty. I love that it's all black. I also love what it says. It says it has pictures of pelicans feeding its young. It also has sailing ships and a windmill. So the pelicans are here, I'm guessing. They're feeding their babies. And then there's the sailing ships here. I'd have to look where the windmill is. But anyway, it's so pretty. I think that's just a gorgeous sampler. So that's one that came off of that CD. I'm not going to start it anytime soon. I'm going to finish my other Groningen sampler first by Al Force that I showed, I think, in the last video. I'm going to be working on that. Some other things that I've been doing, I kitted up some projects that I showed in previous videos. Now, this was one that I kitted up. It came off of the Etsy shop NARAxstitch. I think it was the last video that I showed this beautiful chart. And I kitted it up. I'm starting to kit it up. I think that's so pretty. NARAxstitch, N-A-R-A. So I'm kitting up that one. Another NARAxstitch is this one that I showed. And that's beautiful too. I don't know if I want to do a tan background. So I'm going to have to decide. I'm getting threads for this one. And this is also NARAxstitch. I think that is gorgeous. This one's going to be started once I do another finish. Here's another one that I kitted up. I think he's adorable. It is by the Witchy Stitcher. I really like that little pumpkin holding his pail. He is so cute. He's getting kitted up. I got 2 Mill Hill kits. This one is called The Sweet Shop. I believe it's a series called Main Street. Oh yeah, it says Main Street. It says Main Street at the top. And it's a series of shops. So this is Sweet Shop. These Mill Hill kits come completely kitted. You don't have to do them on the perforated paper. I like perforated paper. It comes with beads. It comes with thread. But I've seen people do this on fabric, and it's just gorgeous. I might try this on fabric and make it maybe into a little pillow ornament. And then this one is called The Bridal Shop. I think this is just so sweet. I love this. So again, it is Main Street. I'm going to try and collect the other shops as well. I just need to find them. I did get another chart from the same company I just showed, La Petite Croix. And this is Halloween Window. Man, that's awesome. You guys know I love Halloween. That is just fantastic. I love the faces and the pumpkins. Here's the name, Halloween Window. I got this off of 123 Stitch, and that's the name of the company. La Petite Croix. So pretty. I did buy a kit. I forgot to show you guys. A friend of mine named Josh was giving away a kit that he started. Everything's in here. Beads, threads, fabric. He had started, let me take this out. He had started Olivia the Forest Witch. And I think he just decided not to stitch her after all. And I took it from him. I bought it from him. I said I would love to have her. She's so beautiful. And the fabric is fantastic. So it is by Bella Filipina. And I did buy the whole kit from him. Just amazing. Absolutely beautiful. It's fun to have things already kitted, ready to go. So you don't have to go and search for everything. And I think that's all I'm going to show on this video for now. Let's talk about a few new releases. There's just a couple I want to show. My very good friend Ellen from Maximum Cross Stitch Designs. How did I miss this? It came out about a week and a half to 2 weeks ago. Fabulous. I love owls. Love them. And this is the Owls of the Black Forest. And you can get paper charts from evertotes.ca. They're up in Canada. Or you can get printed PDF copies from Ellen at MaximumCrossStitch.com. But is he not fabulous? He is gorgeous. I'll be getting that one. I love it. And I did talk about the Cottage Garden Samplings houses. House number 3 came out. It's called The Greenhouse. So pretty. Last but not least, we have Ravaris. They came out with Tris Valentine. That's all I'm going to show for now. And let's talk about just some plans. Next video, I will show some Valentine's finishes. Hopefully this will be all Valentine out. I will talk a little bit about the Myrtle Beach retreat that I leave for tomorrow. I have given thought in a couple months of doing a whip parade. If you're new to the channel, work in progress. A whip. What are some things that I'm working on? I can show all of them. If that's something you're interested, let me know below. My thinking is I never do them in January. As you guys know, if you look on YouTube, there are so many whip parades. I'm thinking of maybe going through all of my projects around June, maybe April, May, June, somewhere around there. And I might go ahead and film me going through all of my projects. And there are a few that I am going to ditch. I will use the fabric and the thread for another project. For different reasons, I just decided to not finish the project. Some of them have to do with fabric I'm not crazy about that I picked. Let me know if it's something you might want to see. Anyway, I have a couple giveaways for this video. Let's look at some fabric. I did not get a response from the person that won the cedar color and cotton 32 count. It's so pretty. It's a really pretty color. If you're interested in cedar by color and cotton, you're going to put 32 count. Just put 32 because this is going to be the only 32 count fabric. The next one, number 2, is 14 count French lilac Ada. It's a beautiful small piece, but it's a good piece. You can get a couple ornaments off of this. Perfect for Halloween. It's gorgeous. So if you're interested in this one, this is the 14 count. Just put 14. And last but not least, we have a piece of murky, 28 count murky. You're going to put 28. This is a small piece, but you still could get some ornaments off of this. And I always mail a couple goodies to go along with it. You're going to put 28 count. You can even put murky if you're interested in this one. Last but not least, I do have a stack. Now, this is another giveaway that wasn't claimed. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to put these all together. This is all from the Fat Quarter Shop, the stackable collection. Now, all the months are not here. I only have a couple of the months, but you'll get the whole collection. I've got August, April, May, July, March, February, and June. If you're interested in this, just put stackable. Put it as one word, stackables. I'll put both in there. And if you're interested in these charts, they are so cute. Just put I'm interested in the stackables and you'll be entered to win. Now let's talk about giveaways for just a second. You have to be 18 because I ask for your address. And just know I am not going to comment and tell you you won. If you want a video, if you want a giveaway, I'm going to announce it in the next video. So if you some weirdo, what was his name? George likes to comment and say, you won, click on this link. Or, hey, you won a giveaway, a giveaway. George is a jerk. He's a jerk. Don't listen to him. So if you see a comment pop up on yours that you won, ignore it. It happens all the time. Anyway, put that you're interested in the stackables. Go down below, comment on the video, and tell me where you live. Tell me what state, not your address, don't put your address. Tell me what state or what city or what country. I live in New South Wales, Australia. Perfect. That way, when I call your name in the next video that you won and you write to me and tell me I live in Colorado, I'll be like, no, you don't. The real winner lives in Australia. It's been working out really, really good. So comment if you're interested in the fabric. You're more than welcome to enter for more than one giveaway. I will hopefully call your name in the next video. I will see you when I get back from Myrtle Beach. I'll do another video and I will see you guys soon. Thanks for joining me for this video. Bye guys.